There's a little bit of Switch news.
More games.
Yeah, we're padding out the launch a bit more. That's been one of the biggest criticisms. This is one of the smallest launch lineups of any game system
in a long time, at least.
N64 had 2 games.
Yeah.
Well, now they have World of Goo, so I mean, what do they have to lose?
Yeah, that's the thing. So the story right now, most recently, it was announced that World of Goo, Little Inferno, and Human Resource Machine, those are like kind of all in the same universe, all by the same indie developer, the Tomorrow Company, and World of Goo was launched as it wasn't at the Wii launch, but it did launch as a Wii exclusive. Little Inferno was at the launch of the Wii U. And then Little Human Resource Machine came along sometime in the Wii U. All these games also came out to PC. World of Goo came out to mobile eventually. Was a big hit when it came out. Great game. I love World of Goo. Great soundtrack. Really fun game. Good physics puzzler. Little Inferno is a little...
I loved it.
Weird.
I really the most relaxing game I've ever played.
Yeah. You just set things on fire.
Yeah,
That's
you
all
just set things, and you could like a school bus full of children. So you just throw it in a furnace, and they're just like but it's relaxing, dude. You could just really chill to that game.
Have any of you guys played? Was it Doodle God? I think on phones or something like that. It's one of those games where it is a sandbox. It is like you're given all of these little things to just play with, and you sort of see what they do together.
Is it like being able to Roller Coaster Tycoon, picking up people, putting them in the lake?
I mean, sure.
I gotta tell my son about this now because he plays 3. Can you do that in 3?
I don't know. I haven't
Can
played
you drown
3.
humans?
Hey, high five for not playing 3 because
I haven't played.
Was
What
it
is that? Platinum?
I didn't like it.
It's
as
like
much
called
as,
Platinum or something.
No, it was called 1 and 2. I was
1 and 2 are on the
fucking
phone
obsessed with those games
on mobile.
Yeah, I don't know. Man, making lines in that game is tough enough. Doing it with your finger on a mobile phone,
but it's old enough they might launch it on the Switch. Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Well,
3
what we have
for Switch.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
You can take the Joy-Cons, put your arms in the air.
Wait, HD remaster. It has to be HD remaster.
No, it's not.
They redo the soundtrack and everything.
I've never.
So,
played
Jeremy,
it,
what else
so.
you got there for the Switch?
You never played any Tycoons?
No, I've played.
That's the only one worth playing.
Yeah, I mean, I played Hospital Tycoon. I really like that one.
Okay. I want to play the prison.
Prison Architect.
Yeah, I want to play that a lot.
That game is really fun.
Yeah, I really want to play that.
The other game that is padding out the Switch launch is I Am Setsuna. Will be available digitally at launch, that's a cool game to get. That's if you're a fan of old school RPGs, something akin to Chrono Trigger. Apparently, I Am Setsuna is very similar to that.
Golden Sun.
I'll probably check that one out after I finish up Zelda.
So, are all these games things that have appeared on the Wii U already?
I Am Setsuna has not.
Okay.
No.
These are things that have appeared everywhere.
I know that. I'm just hoping that maybe this means they're doing a better job of courting indie developers to be on their new system. But if a lot of these games were already people they'd worked with before, then that's not indicative.
They did a good job of that on the Wii U. I mean, they really opened up their store to developers and gave them all the tools they needed to work with.
Yeah, I think that they just made it a little bit easier this time. It's not the Wii U.
Well, the thing is that with these announcements, I've said before, I think I may have said, I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I was anticipating us to give maybe a direct with a bunch of indie stuff put on there. This isn't quite that, but it's still a similar idea where indie developers are suddenly saying, oh yeah, we're going to be at launch, we got this game here, we got this game here. We're just basically putting these games that we already did. It's a good sign that apparently these are easy to put on the Switch.
Yeah. Especially if all these indie developers are coming out like
But I said before, Nintendo right now, Nintendo doesn't have to worry about selling Switches. They've sold the Switches.
Yeah, it's already.
They don't need to worry about saying anything more about, oh, what are we going to have at launch and all this, because it's like, it's going to be a Zelda machine, and clearly there are 2 million people out there that
want
are
Zelda.
want that Zelda machine.
Even though you can play it on Wii U.
Even though you can play it on Wii U. Now, Dean, I did want to talk about it because you haven't been on here to talk about the Switch. A month ago, you were basically like, I'm not going to worry about the Switch right now. You want to play Zelda, but you were just like, I got it on Wii U. I remember you were saying things that you were worried about the rumored specs of the system itself.
I've been on and off the hype train.
Yeah.
I got back on a couple weeks ago when they made their big announcement and showed the trailer for Super Mario Odyssey. That's the one that really got me. And I'm like, well, I have to have it at least by that point.
Sure.
I could care less about the hardware. I'll spend $300 to play this game.
Yeah.
I even tried to pre-order a Switch, but I didn't get in quick enough. But I don't care because the only game I want to play at launch is Zelda. I'll just play it on the Wii U. But all the problems I had with the Switch that made me think it was just stupid have all been laid to rest. Like, one, they fixed the Nintendo account thing. With the Wii U, I would never buy a digital game because I don't have it tied to an account. It's the worst thing.
Well, we don't know that they're going to do a good job tying it to that account.
I mean,
I heard Reggie say it's going to be tied to your account. So I would expect if I go get a new Switch, I'm going to be able to put my account in there just like I would a Steam account or an Xbox account or whatever and download my games.
If that's the way, then I'll get rid of my Wii U.
I don't know, but I won't buy a physical game. I'm not a big physical game guy, but on Wii U, I always bought physical because I don't want to lose it. A digital copy, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, that's what in all honesty, that's what I've loved about Xbox. Just because I downloaded all these 360 games on my 360 when I had it, and as soon as they're backwards compatible, it's like, oh, ready to download. I just downloaded it again. No,
I owned 3 PS3s, and it was so nice that every time, because I had one that broke, then I bought a replacement, and then eventually I got a slim one to replace that one. But every time it was just like every game that I had, I'd power on that new system and look through my account. Here's every single game that I have purchased over the last 6 years. Yeah. You can just get it right on there.
And that's the way they should have done it with starting with the Virtual Console on the original Wii. I remember buying Paper Mario, getting a new Wii, and not having Paper Mario anymore, and I was burned on it. I'm like, nope, never again.
I bought a bunch of stuff when I bought my Wii, and then I had to sell it because things were tight, and then I bought another one 3 months later.
And the only way you could do it is by doing a physical transfer with it. And when I say physical, I mean you're still digitally transferring it. Mm-hmm. But literally you have to have the 2 systems that you're going to transfer to right then and there.
And I don't
think GameStop would let me have that system back just once. Because it was I was with that one for 3 months. So luckily the guy who I bought it off of on Craigslist was really into shmups. And so I had Blazing Lasers and Gradius 3
love Blazing Lasers.
A bunch of really great shit. So luckily I had a bunch of cool shit to play because he couldn't keep all of his stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they really opened themselves up to piracy because of not having a good online marketplace.
Yeah.
They just did it to themselves because if you bought a bunch of games on Wii or Wii U and you lost your hardware.
3DS, whenever I upgraded to the newer 3DS, I had to call. I literally was on the phone with Nintendo
and
saying,
they give you a game card.
I need my stuff back so I can play it.
They give you a gift card so you can buy it all again, right?
No, they let me download it, but it's the fact that I had to call them.
No, because that's the thing, is they've had this set up for the last 4 years.
They just haven't.
They've just never let anybody do it. They were super secure about it because they were just apparently it's got to be just bad.
Oh yeah.
4 years ago when they were doing it, it had to have been bad because they just were they realized, well, we can't just have people have access to this because they could easily just get their shit hacked. And
we can't
all
let
this.
people have access to their property.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
But yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful in that. What else, Dean? Was there anything else that
They laid to rest
in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, the Joy-Con controllers. When I realized everything that they do.
Yeah,
I mean, and
it's
then
a lot more than you thought, right?
Yeah, because when they moved to the Wii U, I mean, you could still use the Wiimote, but it felt like they were going backward as far as input went. Like, you're going back to traditional controllers, and then now they've come full circle because they've got this thing that looks like a newer, updated Wii U, and they've really just got 2 Wiimotes that come with it. I mean, that are better Wiimotes.
Isn't it nice that you're literally getting 2 controllers, even though, we can argue about I don't think we'll really argue about the quality of those controllers, but you can literally play a 2-player game
right off the bat.
Yeah,
just the system.
that eases the blow of not having 1-2 switch in the box, I think, a little bit.
Yeah.
Because those controllers are really expensive.
Are they, though? Because how much...
feel like they are.
Okay,
I
a
feel like
Wii
they are,
controller,
too.
when it came out, was $40.
Okay, my benchmark for this is the Steam controller, because the Steam controller is $50,
50? Yeah.
Right.
and it is probably the most advanced controller you can buy as far as how many gyros and different
Does
input
it have
mechanisms.
HD rumble? Can you shake it and feel the ice
How
cubes
many ice cubes
inside
are in
or
it?
whatever?
Every surface is haptic, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
But they can do that. Steam can do that for $50, and it still costs $40 for a 10-year-old Wiimote. I guess 8-year-old Wiimote because it's got Motion Plus in it or whatever. But I think it's a little too much. I don't see myself buying a Pro controller immediately. I will get one.
I've got one pre-ordered on Amazon. I may end up canceling it before the launch. It was one of those things that it popped up, and I was like, I might as well just pre-order it now. I don't have to pay for it right now, but I'll put my pre-order in. And those pre-orders disappeared in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was telling these guys, $70, I guess, isn't too bad for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, they don't mind paying $70 for a controller.
Well, that's good for Nintendo. If they found the right price for them, I mean, you're still going to be able to do everything you need to do with a couple of Joy-Cons. So you're not out in the cold.